Good morning, everybody. Hello. Before we start, I would like to say how much of an honor it is to be up here. And I wanted to thank Nick, first and foremost, because without you, we wouldn't be here right now. So we have a student from Germany. Please welcome Madeleine of Gesamtschule, a school near Cologne, Germany, that's leading with compassion, purpose, and powerful action. Madeleine, welcome. So, your school isn't just a place to study. It sounds like a place where compassion is part of the curriculum. And you're showing what it means to care about your community and your planet. You've done so many amazing projects, and I wanted to ask you, which one meant the most to you personally, and why?
So the one that I liked most was probably the one where we went to a nursing home, and we sung for the elderly people, and then after that we went around and gave them some biscuits and Christmas cards. And it was just really nice to see how happy you can make people with small things like that.
Absolutely, and that ties into my second question. What surprised you most about your time with the seniors during Christmas visits?
Well, I think it was probably just smiles on their faces and how much it meant to them, what we did, even though it wasn't a lot, but it made them really happy.
Fantastic. And what advice would you give to students who want to start an environmental campaign at their school?
First of all, it's always important, it doesn't have to be something big. Small differences can do a lot, and always start, just do something, and then after time, you can always do more, and you get more people in it, and then it always gets easier.
Can you give like an example maybe of something that you've done at your school? Obviously, all of this appears in our new Inspiring Stories book, which just launched yesterday, correct? Tuesday, #1 on Amazon's best-selling list. So congratulations on that, and to all the writers who are here today as well. So, an example of what you've done.
Just me personally or our group?
Your group, yeah. Exactly.
So now the next project that we've been organising was collecting food for like a food bank, and so we wrote letters that went out to the whole school, and now next week when we're back in Germany we're going to collect food and then we're going to give it to people that need it.
Fantastic, thank you, Madeleine. And one last question. If someone joined your school tomorrow and asked, why do you all do this good deed stuff? What would you tell them from your heart?
Probably, as I said, just help people in need and make others happy, and it also makes yourself feel better, and it's just nice to see if you can help others, no matter how.
Thank you, Madeleine. A round of applause, please. Moving on, we have Andrea Rivera from Puerto Rico. A student who didn't just want to help her own community, but saw a need in another country and took action. That is a huge step. What made you want to help the community in Honduras?
Well, my dad works in the army. It's a part of the army, the National Guard, exactly. And he went on a mission to Honduras. So he was talking to me all these stories of how they talk, how they have different words and stuff. And he was telling me that the kids there, if they would walk barefoot, that the country was pretty poor. So I decided to work on this with Nick, and I went to walk and talk with Nick. And I decided to ask my dad if there was like a local refugee for kids or adults, and he was helping us, and I wanted to help them on that.
Amazing, and your project has done wonders. We've seen you on the Zooms, and it's been amazing to see everything come to life. How was it working with your dad to make it happen?
Well, it felt amazing because my dad has been taking care of me and everything as a child too. He would take me all around the country, proud of me, seeing my family proud of me, and all the smiles on the children we gave them, and we made this possible. And it was something like my teacher was proud of me, my friends were proud of me, and it felt amazing.
We're all proud of you. I think we can say that. Moving on, what challenges did you face collecting and sending donations? Because we're talking about a whole other country. It's not something community-based. What hurdles did you face?
Well, definitely sending the shoes. We were nervous that it wouldn't arrive on time or arrive to the base because it was with security protected, and we didn't know if we could make that possible. So we kept with the project, we kept sending shoes no matter what. We recollected over more than 30 or 20 shoes for a lot of kids in there. And seeing the success after we finally made it made my dad so happy. We saw the boxes arrive, everything during the call. And I wasn't even with him there. He was excited through the video call. We saw everything and it arrived perfectly, thank God.
Fantastic, fantastic. What would you say to a student who thinks that their idea is too small to matter? I feel like these days kids have ideas and they feel overwhelmed because they feel like they can't make it. Connecting to what Nick was saying as well, what would you say to them?
Definitely just do it. You have to take a step forward, think about it, say, oh, it's small, but like recollect your friends, take them on this and do it together. Because the more people you do it together, the better it is, the more proud you feel, the happier. Join other people with this, and it feels amazing. Do it in your own country, in another. Just do it because in a way or another, it will make a huge difference either way.
Thank you. And now that you've helped the community far away, how has that changed how you see your own role in the world?
That a small child, someone, a teenager, who just feels normal, it can make a whole huge difference. Like just standing here is amazing. I've never been to New York or the US much, only have a few family in Atlanta. And look at the whole difference I'm making with my friends, having fun, learning new people, seeing how nice and good people can be on this earth just feels amazing. Just do it.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you so much. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Moving on, we have Ty Roberts from Gander, Canada, whose project honors the life of a friend through compassion and community. Ty, please come on. Your story is very touching because you managed to take memory and turn it into action. And you created something really special, Ty. Matthew was a person at your school who tragically passed away some time ago. And these kids have been honoring Matthew's memory through good deeds that they've been doing for the past few years, right?
Yes.
All right. And what I wanted to ask you is, how do you feel while doing these good deeds and honoring Matthew's memory?
It feels good to help and keep him here. Like, it feels good to help. So by helping, we do stuff to help for Matthew Sargent Foundation to help support people that was really close to Matthew, and it feels good to help them. So.
Thank you, Ty. And one last question. What advice do you have for someone who wants to honor a loved one through action? Because sometimes it's very difficult to do something because you feel blocked. almost, because it feels like, as I was saying before with Andrea, it feels like sometimes our ideas don't matter, but you right now matter with all the actions and good deeds that you've done. How would you, tell other students to take action?
Never give up. Don't stop. Don't listen to other people that say you can't. Just do it.
That is wonderful advice. Thank you, Ty. Thank you so much for being here. Next, I would like to welcome Athina from Athens, Greece, a student who uses creativity and compassion to connect with others and build a more inclusive world. Your cards have brought real smiles, and that's such a beautiful reminder of how creativity connects us. Please welcome Athina, everybody. Athina, would you like to say a few words about the cards that you've done, please, which appears in the book?
So during the Easter, we sent some cards to LFAP, which is a charitable organization in Greece, which supports people with disabilities, especially children. So we delivered the cards, which were painted by students from CTS, which is a Greek school, to LFAP, and the children were so happy to see these cards. They were so excited with the paintings. They were showing them to the other students. They were smiling. They were showing them to us. And it was so fulfilling to see that something so simple can actually make such a big difference to someone's life. And this is actually what counts, that making just someone smile, just a child smile, is actually really important.
Thank you, Athina. And why do you think that art is such a powerful way to connect with others?
I think that art is a powerful way to connect with others because it communicates emotion and experience without needing words. Whether it's a poem, it's a song, it's a painting, it can make us feel seen, feel connected, feel understood, feel inspired and included. And this is very important, and this is why I think that arts make us feel connected.
Thank you so much. And I wanted to ask also, on the topic of inclusion, what does inclusion mean to you personally?
Inclusion, to me, it means being understood, being seen, being accepted, being respected, just the way that you are. Being in an environment that you can express your opinion, your story, your personality, your background, without being afraid of being judged or anything. This is what I think inclusion is, that being someone that is being respected, accepted just the way that you are.
Awesome, thank you, Athina. One final question is, if someone feels like they're too young to make a difference, what would you say to help them believe that they can? Because, as I said before, young people, young kids, and me as an educator, I've seen it firsthand, especially in elementary schools. Kids would love to do something, but I feel like almost that the world shuts them down sometimes. What would you say to that?
I would say that they should just do it. They should be free. They should take action, and they should implement what they have in mind, because it is very important to put your creativity, your fantasy, and everything into action, and you will accomplish something great. Sometimes we need to overcome any obstacles, any thoughts that actually keep us behind, and just do what we have, and we can actually make a difference.
Thank you so much, Athina. A round of applause, please. Thank you. Our last panelist, Father Simon. Please welcome Father Simon, the father of the community leader who brings a deeply grounded spiritual perspective to what it means to do good in the world. Welcome, Father Simon. You work with young people and families in your community. What does doing a good deed mean in Uganda, and how is it lived in daily life?
I want to thank you all, thank Nick, and thank everybody here. I bring you greetings from Uganda under the mango tree, and I'm so glad to be here. In Uganda, we joined the Loukoumi Good Deed Foundation Zoom Council meeting last year, and so far we have seen a lot of positive activities that our children are able to do. For example, we have old people in communities, and these people do not have a lot of help. They live by themselves sometimes, or by somebody taking care of them. And when we joined the Loukoumi, we had students come together and go to people's homes, clean their homes, the home of old people, wash their clothes, and dig around the compound to make the compound clean, and bring water from water wells, like 3 or 4 kilometers on their head in jerrycans, to the people, to the old people. So that's how we are doing good deeds in daily lives in Uganda.
Thank you so much, Father. And as a spiritual leader, how do you help people stay hopeful and motivated to make a difference, especially when facing difficult challenges?
As a priest, I will tell you, put God first, pray, be hopeful that the challenges you are going through today will be a history tomorrow in your lives. And if you are hopeful, you will bring healings and hope in somebody's life to see you happy, to see you joyful tomorrow. And look at what you are doing and look at yourself as a change agent in your communities. Look at your neighbors. Look at the people you meet and have compassion to them as you want them to have compassion on you. And this is how we change the world. This is how we unite the world. This is how we bring change and make a difference in all the places that we come from.
Your words have resonated deeply, I'm sure. This morning, I was having coffee with my colleague Daniela Casagrande, and we were talking about you joining as a panelist, and she said, this is a unique perspective to talk about. And I asked her, if you could ask one question to Father Simon, what would you ask? And she said, in a day and age where the inner light of the young seems to be not the priority, how could we make it brighter and make the young more active and aware in life-changing initiatives such as the Small Good Deeds Council?
You think small today, but your thinking look only small to you. To somebody else, your thinking may look big. So keep doing the small thing you are doing in your daily lives. Because something that looks small to you, look big to somebody else. Don't let your past pull you back. Think about bringing change in what you are doing today, but let the change manifest in tomorrow's life. Not only in your life, but in somebody else's life around you. When I was growing up, I grew up during the war, and hiding in the bush with 2 young boys. And the rebels were on this side, the government soldiers were on the other side. And they started exchanging gunfire. And we started running to escape. 2 of my friends whom we were hiding together got shot and they died. And I said, why did I not die? I knew there was something that God wants me to do in the world. Growing up, walking to school 7 years, one way, barefoot, without shoes, without any transportation, and coming back and getting out of school and becoming a high school principal, I was able to tell my stories to the people and say, living a simple life is the best thing you can ever want in your life. Be motivated. Carry on. Show love. Pray.
Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. The words that have been spoken, that are being spoken, and that will be spoken here today have set a chain reaction in the vibrations of the world. Doing good deeds, spreading positivity is the main goal of each and every human being. I want to thank my wonderful panelists for joining me up on stage, and I want to thank you, the audience, for listening. Thank you so much.